Are you lesbian, gay, bisexual, trans, and feel that there are ways in your life that you're not fully valuing yourself or living your best LGBT life? Are you maybe allowing people to treat you badly? Do you allow feelings of unworthiness, shame for being who you are to get in the way of really creating and attracting the life that you know you want to live? Well, my friends, if that's you, you came to the right place. Hi, everyone. My name is Jamie Smith. I'm a certified LGBT life coach and a certified law of attraction facilitator. And the purpose of the Hangout with Jamie show is to inspire and empower and uplift the LGBTQ community and our allies by providing you with tips and tools and resources so that you can go feel good about being who you are, and then create your best LGBT lives. So thanks for being here, everybody. I have today's topic is just that. It's about how the law of attraction can help you with your self-esteem, because what I have realized is that the law of attraction is more than just about attracting stuff. It can also really, really help you feel better in your own life and heal things that you've been struggling with for years. And we're going to talk about that in a moment. But before I do that and bring on my esteemed panel, I just wanted to give a shout out to those of you who just signed up for my group coaching program. You can go to hangoutwithjamie.com/group. There's a couple of spots left. I just announced it, and it's filling up fast. It starts in August, and I'm going to be taking 4 people. There's 2 sessions actually, and where you will just get laser focused on one of your goals and dreams, and you get law of attraction coaching from me and support from like-minded individuals. So go check that out. All right, I'm so honored to have with me today 2 very special people on my panel. One is with me all the time on my live show, but I'd like to introduce to you my first guest, who has just really, his work has changed my life. And so for those of you who know law of attraction, you probably know a bit about him, but in case you don't know who he is, I'd like to first introduce my first panel member, Michael Losier. Welcome to the Hangout with Jamie show.
Hey, Jamie. Oh, thanks for having me today. And for those that don't know me, my name is Michael Losier, and I'm the author of the best-selling book, Law of Attraction. And I've been teaching people years about why they're attracting negative things, and most importantly, how to stop attracting what they don't want, start attracting what they do want. So I'm glad to be helpful and here today.
Thank you so much, Michael. And we're going to come back to you and go over some real amazing tips that people can use. We're law of attraction trainers, so you might want to get a piece of paper. My hunch is you're going to want to writing stuff down so you can really integrate it and leave with some great tips. And last but not least, my dear, dear friend, Maureen, and she's my law of attraction buddy, my BFF. And for those of you who've been watching the live show, she's here every time on the live show. So introduce yourself, Maureen, and tell us your special function on the Hangout with Jamie show.
Hi, my name's Maureen, and thank you for having me on the show, Jamie. And I am the comment reader, so if you have any comments that you would like to be read during the show, please send them to us. And awesome. How do they do that, Jamie?
Yeah, great. So if you just go into the event page, you can just type in your question. Is there anybody who's commented already? So you can go there underneath the events tab and just ask your questions. You have I'm a certified law of attraction facilitator. Maureen knows a lot about law of attraction, and you have best-selling author Michael Losier here. So if you've got questions, you want them answered, or just want to say hello, then go and type your name and where you're from and your question, and we'll answer them a little later on in the show. And Maureen, is there anyone who has already commented?
Yeah, there is one person who says, as an expert on the law of attraction and founder of the multinational corporation Attractitude, I would like to be part of your show.
Oh, cool. All right. Well, thank you for watching. I'll get back to you on that. All right, so let's go back to today's topic. And today's topic is how the law of attraction can help you with your self-esteem. So I want to first just share my brief story on how the law of attraction has helped me. And basically 3 years ago, I saw Michael Losier give his presentation on how to stop attracting negative things, and it completely changed my life. It changed my life because a number of reasons. One is because you get a workbooklet at Michael's seminars and my seminars as well. And so you're writing things down, which really helps to integrate the material. But the first thing that Michael said was this, that the law of attraction states that you get in your life whatever you give your energy, attention, and focus to. That's the first part. The second part is whether positive or negative. It was at that point that I realized that I still had some areas of my life that I needed to clean up in my life. And so what I loved so much about Michael's book, if you haven't read, go get it, The Law of Attraction, is that it's broken into two parts. And the first part is really about how to stop attracting negative things. And what I have now realized, and it's really, I think, one of the most important steps and the missing piece to things like the movie The Secret, although it was a great movie, I think it was one of the missing pieces, is that cannot attract something positive if you've got negative beliefs and a negative vibe going on. So sometimes we have to start there and clean up the house. And so I had to really look at how I was treating myself and really start to clean that up. There are so many other ways, but I want to jump in right by asking and getting Michael's input on some of these tips. So Michael, you get what you focus on. You sent some cards, and I love this, and I was wondering if you could elaborate on this. The easiest way to become more positive is to become less negative. Give attention, energy, and focus to what you do want.
Yes.
What does that mean?
Well, good. I think what I'd first like to do is maybe just spend a couple minutes and talk about what law of attraction is and how it works.
Sure.
I didn't create it. You didn't create it. We are just following the rules. That's why it's called the law. So law of attraction isn't something that is very tangible. Matter of fact, I can't prove it to you. I can't put it in a tube or a jar or a test tube and say, hey, this is law of attraction. Do you believe me now? But what we can do, and what we do, is give people the tools and processes so they know what law of attraction is, why they're attracting negative things, and say this and do this, and it'll change. Now, does it sound far out? It might. Does it work? You'll see in a couple days. So, law of attraction says universal energy around us that I can't really prove. And it has, right now it's eavesdropping on it being this energy. It's eavesdropping on the vibe that we're sending. You're thinking, well, what's a vibe? Well, a vibe is just a mood or a feeling. So if I'm feeling happy and blissed and appreciative and full of gratitude, I'm putting off a positive vibe. Say yes, have you guys heard that expression before?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, she's giving off a positive vibe. Or you might say, wow, does this neighborhood ever have a negative vibe? Well, what does that mean? It means it has a negative feeling. This neighborhood has a negative feeling. So if the neighborhood has a negative feeling, that means it has a vibe. So we've been using the word vibration quite freely, but the word vibration is the same word as the word vibe, and a vibe is simply a mood or a feeling. I'm saying all that to say right now, everybody has a mood or a feeling. You cannot not have one. You cannot not have a mood or a feeling right now, and you're having that feeling right now. That means you're putting out a vibe right now, and guess what? Law of attraction, that's why it's called the law, is matching it. Law of attraction isn't very smart. It doesn't know if it's good for you or bad for you or whether you want it or don't want it or whether it's healthy or not healthy. It is obedient. So right now, and look at me really closely because I didn't create the rule, I'm just teaching it. Right now, everything that you're attracting is matching the vibration that you're sending. Hey, if we like it, don't we like to brag about it? Hey, look at me, I won this, I got this, I got this. We own that. We say, oh, that's here because of my vibe. Look, I got such good vibes. But when the crappy stuff shows up, we don't say that. We say, why is this happening to me? So I needed to explain to people that if you're attracting it, you have had to set the vibration that created it. Even if you didn't do it, you said, well, I didn't put the vibration for someone to be rude to me or mean to me or bully me. I didn't put that out there. Well, I know that you think you didn't, but you had to in order to attract it. I didn't create the rule. I wish you didn't say that either.
Yeah. Absolutely, and that is really, really powerful. So what would you tell somebody who is maybe, gay, lesbian, bi, trans, and really not feeling good about themselves? Because what I know for sure in my experience is that when I was not treating myself, when I was not valuing myself, you talked about really, once you start to feel good about really minding your vibration and minding your precious vibes and really taking good care of yourself, being selfish with that. What can you tell people? Because I know in the past that when I was not treating myself or I was talking negative to myself, I would attract people who did treat me badly, right? So what can we tell people to stop doing that?
Well, I'm not sure how to tell people to stop doing that, but
Yeah.
I can. So earlier you opened up with the show by saying the best way to become more okay, so here's the rule.
Yeah.
You attract more of the vibe that you're sending. So wouldn't it make sense that you'd want to be sending a positive vibration all the time? That would make sense. So people are thinking, what do I need to do to become more positive? What should I say? What should I do? What should I watch? Well, the best way to become more positive is to become less negative.
Yes.
See, our natural state is already positivity, but it gets layers and layers of negativity things over us that kind of suppress the positivity. So if I remove this layer of negativity and this negative thought and and as I'm removing all this stuff, guess what surfaces is my natural positive ability. So we don't have to get more positive. We just need to release the negativity that's blocking the positivity that's natural to us.
Okay. So
So how do we do that? Why do we attract? So why are we attracting bullies? And why do we attract rude people? And why are we attracting challenges? Well, it's because we're giving them attention, energy, and focus because of our language. The story that we tell creates a vibration. So if I'm going to tell you a story right now about somebody bullying me and I didn't like this and I'm remembering it and now I can feel it, I'm a little angry and a little disappointed about that. Right now, that's the vibe that I'm sending. And law of attraction is doing this, eavesdropping, eavesdropping. Said, oh, Michael's sending the vibration of bully. I don't know what that means, but my job isn't to know it. My job is to match it. So for those of you that have been bullied, you'll know that before the bullying, what were you doing? You were worrying about it. You were writing about it. Some of you might have spent a lot of time writing it in your journal thinking that would help, but it actually caused you to give more attention to it. So the tool that I want to give away today, Jamie, is to remove a couple words from our vocabulary. It is a process. It will take time to do that. And I know that you know what they are. So tell everyone, what are the 3 words that, as of today, we want to reduce and eliminate? What are they?
Yeah, the 3 words are don't, not, and no.
Look at this. Burn this image. Burn it. Burn it. Look at it. Burn it. Do it. Write it down. Don't, not, and no. That is your homework between now and the rest of your life. In your story, when you talk about what you don't want, you just gave it attention. And when you give it attention, it causes you to send the vibration of what you didn't want to give attention to. Listen to this. Then, when that thing shows up that you said you didn't want, you'll point at it and say, that's exactly what I said I didn't want. I've been saying all week I didn't want that to happen. And if law of attraction had a voice, said, well, you've been giving it attention, energy, and focus all week, and my job isn't to understand the vibration. My job is to match it.
It's so powerful, and I also love that the 4 boxes that you taught us, and it's in your book about exactly what you were just saying. And this to me is, I mean, this was life-changing about really realizing that our words and our thoughts are way more powerful. So whatever we're thinking about is what is producing our feeling or our mood or our vibe. And like you said, the law of attraction is just matching it. It has it just has a 2-word job description to match vibrations. I just love this. So this really was life-changing for me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So what I would like to do, Jamie, is because we're all going to say don't, not, and no. I say it, you say it, but we want to train our brain. We want to brainwash ourselves, which means we want to wash our brain and say, brain, every time I use the word, don't get a pen and paper ready, every time I use the word don't, not, and no, I want you to remind me to ask this question. Maureen, say it when you see it.
So what do I want?
Oh, I don't want to be late. So what do you want? I want to be early. I don't want to be bullied. What do you want? Oh, I want people to like me. I don't want to be rejected. What do you want? I want to be accepted. Every time you use the word don't, not, and no, you just gave it attention, energy, and focus. And the best news about this whole piece that I'm telling you, the most important thing you need to hear is right here. I'm going to point to it. Right there is the vibe reset button. You have the ability to reset your vibes. And when you go from what you don't want to what you do want, the words change. And when the words change, the vibration changes. That's how you reset a vibe. I'm just going to complete with this sentence for now. If you're curious and you want to know what the vibe is that you're sending in any area of your life, go to that area and take a look and see what you're getting. It's a perfect match. I didn't create the rule, I'm just teaching it. If you like what you're getting, celebrate it and tell 10 friends. And in the celebration, it will cause you to send more of the same vibration. And as you send more of the same vibration, you'll attract more of the same things. But if you don't like what you're getting, then you have the opportunity to press your lovely reset button. And you change your vibes by changing the words, by asking yourself, so what do you want? I promise it's that easy.
It is that easy. And when I started mastering your work, I remember bumping into you at a seminar, and I said, Michael, I can't believe this. I attracted this really big thing. I really could not believe what I had attracted. And you said to me, Jamie, we don't say that in law of attraction land. What do we say, Maureen?
You say, look what I attracted, or don't you love it when that happens?
Yeah, this is here because of me. I love when that happens.
Yeah. Yeah, and so like Michael said, we're not here to prove this to you. We're just here to give you tools so you can go out and prove this to yourself. That's really the coolest part about this, I find.
Yes.
And can I just add something there about positive people? And when you have a positive outlook and you peel away that negativity, who will show up in your space are other people who are positive. And I don't have time for people who complain endlessly or gossip or are miserable.
Yeah, well, those conversations contaminate our vibration.
Yes.
Jamie, I'm going to get you to read this one.
I'm in the process of reducing and, hold on one second. I'm in the process of reducing and eliminating the words don't, not, and no. When I have to use them, I will remember to ask myself, what do I want?
That's right. Because when you go from what you don't want to what you do want, the words change. And when the words change, the vibration changes. And when the vibration changes, you get different results. Matter of fact, the only way, let me say that again, the only way to get a different result is to send a different vibration, period.
Absolutely, and you gave the example of, like, I don't want to be late. I remember I was in a taxi and I was late for work and I kept saying, I don't want to be late, I don't want to be late. I kept getting every red light available to me, and then I had, sometimes we have to press our reset button 10, 15, 100 times. That's okay. And I said, so what do I want? I said, I want to be on time. I instantly felt better. I felt better, and I got to the airport 5 minutes early. And so what I realized is not our job to figure out how it's going to happen. Our job is to figure out the what do I want.
Yeah, just request.
Yeah, exactly. So for those of you who are watching for the first time, I hope you are already feeling inspired and you're already asking yourself, well, what do I want? What would leave me feeling proud of myself? What is it that I want to manifest? How do I want to feel in my life? So the law of attraction doesn't care if you're gay, lesbian, or bisexual. It's just responding to how you feel about yourself. We are here to feel good about ourselves. And Michael, what is our natural state?
Well, in my world, the natural state is joy, and the only thing that suppresses it is a negative vibration. So our job is to reduce the negative vibes that we're sending, which will make the natural state of joy surface. Absolutely. And in my world, that's the purpose of my life, is to experience joy.
So talk to me about being selfish, because I'm sure you don't hang around people who are negative for too long.
Well, the word selfish within itself is pretty interesting. I'm going to get Maureen to read this, and then I'm going to talk about it.
It's okay to be selfish. Selfish means self-care. Care about your vibe enough to include only the things in your life that make you feel good.
You don't hear that too often, do you?
No.
Selfish is self-care. I'm selfish enough to look after myself.
Mm-hmm.
I care about who I hang around with, what I visit, what I watch, what I listen to. I mind my own vibration. I mind it. I look after it.
Yeah. I absolutely love that. And that was so healing for me as a gay man. I mean, for years and years and years, I struggled with, just lack of self-esteem and not feeling worthy. But you really helped to give me permission to say, you know what, that doesn't feel good. Thinking low thoughts about myself, and that does not feel good. I need to start taking better care of myself, minding my own vibration, and really protecting my precious vibes and becoming selfish. And that has to change my life.
Yeah, very good.
Completely changed my life. Great. So
there's a couple of comments, Jamie. Would you like me to read them?
That would be great. Go for it. Perfect timing.
From Donnell Hill, who says, hi, Jamie. Hi, everyone. And also from Dan Doomsha. Hello from New York. Great to see your show, Jamie. Great to hear Michael explain the concepts just now. Love the building blocks. In my corporate leadership coaching, we call this having a positive message.
Nice work.
Very good. Hi, Dan. Hi, Janelle. That's awesome. Thanks for watching. Very, very good. All right. I'm trying to think. What else is there? Oh, yeah. So when I was in your seminar, you said, write this down. You said, people will treat you how you allow them to. Could you explain that a little bit more?
Well, first I'm going to tell you a very personal story.
Okay.
About 2 years ago, I'm inside of a restaurant here in Victoria, and I had this guy approach me, and I didn't recognize him. He said, are you Michael Losier? No, he didn't know my last name. He goes, are you Michael? I said, yeah. He said, can I sit down? And it was just me at the coffee shop. So he sat down across from me. He said, you won't remember me. But he said, 10 years ago we met, and my life was just horrible. And he said, and after our conversation, he said, I wrote something down. He opened up his wallet, and he took a little piece of paper in his wallet that was all rolled up, and it was the top of a cigarette, you know, the lid to the cigarette, and he wrote this on, and he carried it in his wallet for 10 years, and it said, people will treat me the way I allow them to.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember who he was. I don't remember the conversation, but I've been in his wallet for 10 years. And he goes, I've changed wallets every year, and I pull it out. He said, matter of fact, I show it to people. He says, I use this quote so often. So that's an important message for all. People will treat us the way we allow them to.
Yeah, it's very powerful. I mean, I have a friend of mine who is gay, and he goes to this church, and they suspect that he's gay, and they were asking about it anyway, and they were making him feeling really bad for being who he is, and I was like, change churches. Like, there are churches out there, you know, if you really like going to church, and there's churches out there that are much more life-affirming and accepting. Like, why would you go somewhere that makes you feel horrible about yourself? But that's a whole other conversation.
Yeah, well, that goes into the courage conversation.
Okay.
It takes courage to do that. It takes courage to say no to that people or no to that church, or, you know, I had to unfriend a friend on Facebook because he was allowing people to, he wrote something like he said, I love this song, one of his friends wrote. He said, that's so gay. So I don't like confrontation at all because I'm not good at it. So I wrote in the front, I said, I don't understand the gay part about why that song is so gay. Mm-hmm. And then there was a big war that started. He said, and I said, it sounds a little homophobic. And he said, you call me, no, I said, that sounds, and he said, are you calling me a homophobe? And I said, no, help me explain, because when I went to school, you know, if you touched other men's, you know, genitals, then you were gay. I didn't know that song meant you were gay. And I was trying to, and so anyway, and I said to my friend, I said, I'd like you to take a stand when people do that on your Facebook page, because if you don't, I don't want to read it, because I have to mind my own vibration.
That's right.
If reading comments affects my vibration, then I don't want to read it. Yeah. And he said he wasn't willing to do that. He said, he's my good friend, he's just kidding. And I said, well, okay. I said, so I'm going to let you know that I'm going to take your feed off. I'm not going to look at your posts. We're still friends, but I don't want to risk having to be insulted by reading something on your page. Anyway, I took a stand, and it did change our relationship a little bit. But at the end of the day, I'm minding my own vibration. And at the end of the day, my vibrational meter is on high. Mm-hmm. And when I read the post on his, I was going lower and lower, and now I felt a negative vibe. And I'm so selfish, I said, if reading those comments on his Facebook page make me go here, why would I make that choice? So I took boundaries, I put a boundary in place.
It's amazing. I remember that being at your seminar, I said, so-and-so really brings me down, and I talked to them, and you said, no, you're just matching their vibration, and you said, it sounds like you have vibrational boundary issues.
Yes.
So, but what I realized was the more that I mind my own vibration and commit to just feeling good, that actually uplifts, those are the people who are meant to be in my life. Yeah. That influences them as well.
Yeah, I just want to show a little demo because it's talking about, I want everyone to hear this. Right now, just say your vibe's on 50. That means you're right in the middle. You're not super positive, you're not negative, you're 50. And as you're watching the Hang Out with Jamie show and Hang Out with Michael show, your vibes go higher. And now your vibes are on 50 on the dial. And now 70. Boy. And you know when your vibes are high, when you're feeling good. Say, woohoo, my life is great. In other words, your vibe is really high on the vibe meter. But guess what? All your friends didn't join you. Some of your friends stayed back there. And how do you know they didn't join you? Because you can tell when you're around them. There's absolutely no way that you can match everybody. And you'll have some people, it could be your partners, your family, your colleagues, your boss, that are on a lower dial where you don't think you can do anything about it. Your job is not to lower your vibration to match theirs, but have them raise their vibration to match yours. And if they fall off your radar, have you ever heard that expression before? Oh, you fell off my radar. What we could say is, oh, we must have been in vibrational harmony because we weren't matching vibrational anymore, so you fell off my vibrational dial. That's what that means. But here's the best news of all. As you let some of those people with the lower vibration dissipate from your life, guess who you attract more of? You attract more of the people that are hovering around your new vibration. You know why? It's the law.
Yeah. I remember hearing Steve Harvey, he was hilarious. He's like, if you hang around 7 smokers, you're going to be the 8th.
That's funny.
I was like, yeah.
He talks about law of attraction, too.
Yeah, yeah, he does.
It's not my book, but the subject of law of attraction. He said the second most powerful book in the whole world is, the first one's the Bible, that's what he said, and he said the second one was The Secret, or Law of Attraction.
Yeah. It's been life-changing for me. Specifically, I think before, we all hear about, oh, you should love yourself, and you should do visualization, and you should try this, and you should try that, and people go, oh, that's nice, but it's more than just a nice concept. What I love about you, and it's one of my favorites, just in your book, it says identify what feels good to you, and then do more of it. So it's really, there's no right or wrong. It's about each one of us identifying what practices feel good for us, who is it that we're hanging out with that feels good for us, and then doing more of that. But I didn't really start committing to these kind of practices until I really got the 4 boxes, that the law of attraction is just matching my vibes, and then that is what produces my end result. So the results come from the vibe that I'm sending. So thank you to you for that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, Maureen, what is one thing that for you, that the law of attraction, how's the law of attraction helped you, specifically from Michael's?
Well, one way that it's really made a difference is, like, I just came out about 5-6 years ago, and I really wanted to create a community of like-minded people, and what I found in the queer community was, at least in the people that I have chosen to be around, is a really high level of honesty about themselves, because as gay people, that requires that. If you're going to live a good life, you've got to be honest about who you are.
Yeah.
And so I am just surrounded by all these fabulous people who are up to that in life, who want to have real conversations and who want to create a positive life. And that has been so phenomenal.
Exactly. And you use the reset button. You use the question, so what do I want? You wanted a like-minded community. And then we all attracted each other.
Yeah. Yeah. And just one more thing I wanted to say was, this is such a daily practice. You can't just read the book and memorize the principles and all of a sudden your life is going to be fabulous, because we all forget. And so just having a reminder on your fridge or whatever, so what do I want, that just reminds me, okay, I was just focusing on what I don't want, so I'm going to shift that.
Yeah, they're definitely tools.
So empowering.
Yeah. And that leads into, we were talking about what's the story that we tell ourselves. We're not good enough, and we can't have that, and we can't have that. So I'm going to ask Maureen to read this other one, because I have 10 of them. We're not going to read all of them, but this one is kind of fitting to what Maureen and I are talking about.
If you stop talking about what you don't want, and start talking about what you do want, the words change, so the vibes change.
That's right. And the only way to get a different result is to get a different vibe. So whether you're writing the story or telling the story or reading the story or thinking about the story, you're giving it attention, energy, and focus. So change the story from what you don't like to what you do like, and then you'll change the results.
Absolutely. And we're, all of us here at the Hang Out with Jamie show are here to also just guide you and support you. You are enough. You are perfect exactly as you are. So I hope that today you have allowed some of that stress or negativity or shame to dissipate so that you can get different results and focus on what you truly want. You can have what you want. And I remember when I did attract something really big, I was so excited, and I went over to Michael and you put your hand on my shoulder and you said, "It only gets better."
It gets better.
It gets better. So I really appreciate it.
There's the It Gets Easier campaign, which I support, but it also gets better campaign.
Yeah. So there's the whole concept of identifying what feels good, but what about sometimes, you know, I've come to you with something I want to do, but I've been scared. So let's end with that. We're coming up to the end of the show. What if somebody has a dream and really wants something, but is just terrified? But you're always pushing me outside my comfort zone, which kind of feels not so good. So could you tell us?
Well, you just answered the question.
Okay.
You know, I go every Monday. I meet with my friend at the breakfast restaurant, and not so much coach each other, but report in on each other. So remember last week I said I was going to work, and I did that. So it's kind of like a mastermind team. So my whole career, I sold 1.9 million books, been interviewed by Oprah Winfrey 4 times on a radio show. I had my own radio show and traveled around the world, and it's taken a lot of people to do that. So everything I've done with people on a team to make that happen. So part of the whole law of attraction is attracting the right ideal people to the team. So if you have goals and dreams and you're scared, find someone that's willing to meet with you. Find someone that has what you want or that can support you. People love to help if they're asked.
Absolutely.
Just get support. Get someone to keep you accountable and on track. Even if you just say, "Can we meet once a week for 4 weeks?" And guess what? In that 4 weeks, you'll have so much confidence, you'll want to do another 4 weeks and get 2 more people involved. And yeah. Particularly all us entrepreneurs, we work in our own spaces, so we have to have teams and people to check in with.
Absolutely. Well, between the 3 of us, you know, you guys have so much support out there. I've got 2 ways for you guys to get even more support. I've got a free, completely free Google Plus group. It's called Happy, Healthy, and Gay. Live Your Best LGBTQ Life Law of Attraction Community. So you go to G Plus and ask to join. It's completely private. It's a safe space to be yourself. And I provide you with tips and tools to help you manifest your heart's desires. And of course, if you want to check out my group coaching program, go to hangoutwithjamie.com/group and get coached by me and some other phenomenal people. And like Michael said, really surround yourself with some high vibe people, because your results will get supercharged.
Jamie, just before you say goodbye, can I just read one more comment?
Yes, please.
And it's from Donnell again, Donnell Hill.
Hi,
And
Donnell.
he says, "Maureen, amen, LOL. It's definitely a practice, but it's really fun when it continues to get easier and the momentum builds."
Absolutely. I think that the more of us can just come out and surround ourselves with like-minded people, the better it is for everyone. So, Michael, any last words before we wrap up?
No, I said it all.
You
just
did.
Remember, you know, you got a reset button. I'll just show them one more time.
Okay. Awesome.
Write those down. Burn the image. Burn it. Burn it. Burn it.
Yes, awesome. Thank you so much, Michael. And Maureen, what are you taking away from today's show?
Well, just so much. I'm going to go read your book again, Michael, and I've read it already, I don't know how many times. And I just am reminded of how it takes reminding every day. Our default will tend to go to worrying about things, and yeah, so it's just a great reminder to stay in that positive space.
It is. It is. Maureen's my law of attraction buddy. We meet almost every day, and we talk about and celebrate the things that we're manifesting that keeps us in a high vibration. So thanks for watching, everybody. If you like this, and I've got a great lineup of amazing guests who are making a difference in the LGBTQ community coming up. So be sure to go to hangoutwithjamie.com and sign up and get notified of future show topics. It only gets better. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Jamie. Bye, Michael.